AmericanEagle.com. If you need a results-driven website, call the team at AmericanEagle.com at 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers.
Call 800-715-9880.
That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
Call 800-715-9880. That's 800-715-9880.
Sponsored by Annuity General. Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
What does it feel like? Maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refund is belong to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, that's right.
were born to lose, staring at your ceiling, thinking of your blues. But you wanna cry, the world has crumbled and you don't know why. When your hopes are fading and they can't be found, dreams will let you waiting, friends will let you down. Just remember I love you, and it'll be alright. Just remember I love you more than I can say. Baby, then your blues will fade away. When you need a lover and you're down so low, you start to wonder, but you never know. When it feels like sorrow is your only friend, knowing that tomorrow you'll feel this way again. When the blues come calling at the break of dawn, rain keeps falling but the rainbow's gone. When you feel like crying but the tears won't come, when your dreams are dying and you're on the run. Just remember I love you, and it'll be alright. Just remember I love you more than I can say. Just remember I love you, and it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be
The music you can take home to your kids so their kids can listen. Feel good about your music.
Can you survey? Can you picnic? Oh, oh, can you survey? Can you picnic? Come on and survey down. What's so picnic? Survey down.
Welcome to this special sports presentation on AM 1230 and FM 94.9. WSAL Logansport, the IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament, the 4A Sectional 7 at Lafayette Jeff, featuring the Logansport Lady Berries. This broadcast is brought to you by the Mike Anderson Auto Group, Logansport Savings Bank, Pizza and Sandwich Shop, and the Cass County Family YMCA. This broadcast starts with the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. Let's take you to Lafayette Jeff. Here's Joe Stets and Dave Packard.
All right, Alan James, thank you very much. Welcome to the Crawley Athletic Center at Lafayette Jeff High School, night 2 of this 4A Sectional 7. And the congratulations to the Harrison Lady Raiders. They were victorious in Game 1 over Kokomo 49-31. Harrison to the sectional championship game, Dave Packard. They await the winner of this game, and hopefully it's going to be the Logansport Berries.
Yeah, we really hope so. And that Harrison team, boy, did they look really good, really athletic, really tall, and they, handily beat the Kokomo Wildcats tonight. But now, we go on to the Logan Sport Berries. This is kind of, one of those, what do they call them, trick games or something, or the game that you're kind of, maybe overlooking to try to get to the championship. This Lafayette Jeff team, the record may say one thing, but it's all going to be decided here on the court tonight.
Yes, Lafayette Jeff 2-21 on the season. These two teams did meet in the regular season. That game was at the Berry Bowl, December the 16th. 47-27 was the win for the Logan Sport Lady Berries. But talking to Coach Kiesling after the game Tuesday night, Dave, and I don't think it was Coach speak, he said that this Lafayette Jeff team is better than their record, and they are an improved ball club than what they saw in December. And I'm sure he's going to have his club ready.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. And, the Lady Berries had a great night on Tuesday night when we were over here. It was Tuesday, right?
It was.
This is our home away from home. We've been here. We're going to be here hopefully 4 days out of 5. The Lady Berries, they just had a great night the other night. Everybody kind of got in on the action almost. I think maybe one person didn't score. Everybody else had at least a point, but all the superstars down the line from Logan Sport Berries played very well in the warm-up game to this one.
As Logan Sport was victorious over Marion, 55-17. As no surprises, Marion had just one win during the regular season, and Logan Sport beat them by over 30 points during the regular season. And I was impressed with what Coach Kiesling told us after the game. David said, "How did you keep your team from overlooking Marion on paper, a decided underdog?" And he said, "We talked about the sectional tournament as a whole. They weren't just looking at one game. They were talking about trying to win this sectional. And they got a good draw playing two of the weaker teams in the sectional. They've got a chance."
And, Logan Sport, their offense was just clicking. I mean, everything was kind of clicking. They didn't take their foot off the gas. I think they knew that they would have harder opponents when they started to get a lead in that game earlier this week. And so, it looks like they're fired up and focused and ready to go tonight. And hopefully we can be back here for everybody tomorrow for that sectional championship.
And if there is a Logan Sport Lady Berries sectional championship game appearance, 7:30 tomorrow night here at the Crawley Athletic Center. So AM 1230, FM 94.9 WSAL. We'll have it, and you can listen to it anywhere in the world. You don't just have to be in North Central Indiana.
That's right. If you've got the internet or maybe the cell coverage, Indiana'sBestRadio.com, folks. We're trying to get kind of streaming fired up. We're going to have it for the girls' sectional run. And the girls' postseason run in general, however far they go. Remember, tell your family, tell your friends if they want to listen to Lady Berries. We got you covered on Indiana'sBestRadio.com under the sports tab.
Still plenty more to come here on the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. We will step aside for a break. When we return, we'll have more live from Lafayette.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
Logan Sport Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our community and local sports. Logan Sport Savings Bank recognizes the importance that sports play in the development of young student athletes. Student athletes to become the leaders of tomorrow. Logan Sport Savings Bank is leading the way. 574-722-3855 at logansportsavings.com. Sectional 7 and the Lady Berries. The Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show continues. Back to Lafayette Jeff. Here's Joe and Dave.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to the Crawley Athletic Center as the Logan Sport Lady Berries section starting to fill up with fans. Harrison was nice enough to sit in the Logan Sport section during the game. I thought that was very nice of them, even though it's clearly marked Harrison across the way. But I get it. They wanted to be close to their team. But now that Harrison has won, their fans have departed. And we get to see some familiar faces to our left here at the Crawley Athletic Center.
And that is the great thing about traveling around, Joe, is you do see those familiar faces. And we saw even boys basketball coach Matt Lang here with his family. See Deb Stevens down there, our assistant AD, and she is just a wonderful person. And, of course, all of the kind of characters from Logan Sport. And,
our boss is here, too, Michelle Starkey. I don't know if you saw her.
I did not.
Yeah, she's here. So, along with assistant principal Christy Deal.
I see Matt Jones down there now, too.
So, yeah, it's official. So, all the big wigs here from Logan Sport here. And hopefully have a good basketball game. Lafayette Jeff, again, only 2 wins on the regular season, Dave. but you could play in a team on their home court in the sectional. Anything can happen, especially with the three-point line. It's revolutionized the game of high school basketball.
Absolutely, yeah. And, one name that we'll be saying tonight, a freshman, Shaylee Barrett, 8.9 points per game. Should be interesting one to watch. It's always cool when they have freshmen that are leading in certain categories. I'm looking forward to seeing if Logan Sport can get out to an early lead maybe and see if we can kind of shore this up early on. But like you said, it's not going to be, just a cakewalk automatically.
And you would think as a freshman from December till now, she's had a great deal of improvement, and perhaps that's why Coach Kiesling was very guarded in his optimism for tonight's game, thinking that Lafayette Jeff's going to provide a task. Perhaps that freshman has really rounded into shape, and she is their leading scorer at 8.9 points per game. So if you're a freshman leading the team in scoring, you got to be a pretty good ball player.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm really excited to see how they play after having that big win there on Tuesday. And, as you look out on the court, Joe, all these girls look like they got their game faces on. I mean, they've made it to the second round of a sectional, which is very exciting. Even though the Lafayette Jeff, right, they had a bye week. Did they play?
They got the first round bye. Yep.
So, this will be very interesting to see the Lady Berries coming into a hostile environment. I know the further we go in this sectional tournament and then maybe onward, it's going to get kind of crazy here in the gyms. And so I'm looking forward to that excitement. And if we win tonight, maybe some people in Logansport want to drive on over and experience that championship tomorrow.
Yep, and our chief meteorologist and our good friend Matthew Paul has promised even warmer temperatures tomorrow. It might be a little bit of a wind factor, but temperatures are well above freezing. And so roads should not be an issue, so not that bad of a drive now that the Hoosier Heartland corridor is alive and well. And so perfect conditions to come to the Crawley Athletic Center. First things first, though, the Lady Berries have to win tonight.
No longer taking the long and winding road to Lafayette that we all remember. And Matthew Paul, it's all hands on deck at the radio station when we have big events. And nothing bigger right now than girls sectional action. We're ready to get into it.
And we can potentially have three sectional championship games tomorrow night. We're definitely going to have one because Classic Hits 102.3 The River will have the sectional 36 two-way from Lewis Cass. Cass and Pioneer are playing in game number 2. One of those teams is going to win. And they're in the championship game, so that's a guarantee. If the Lady Comets of Caston can win at sectional 52 in Tri-County and the Lady Berries can win here tonight, we'll have 3 of our county teams playing for sectional championships tomorrow night on all 3 of our stations here on the Iron Horse Broadcasting Network.
And boy, are we proud to have all of that coverage here for Cass County.
All right, still plenty more to come here on the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. We will step aside for a break. This is the IHSAA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
Pizza and Sandwich Shop in downtown Logansport is honored to serve and support the Lady Berries basketball team and its fans. Not only has the best food in town, but is now offering family fun activities such as an escape room and a golf simulator. Has delivery, carry out, and dine-in. Call today for more information, 574-722-5300. Go Lady Berries.
Sectional 7 and the Lady Berries. The Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show via Jeff. Here's Joe and Dave.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to the Crawley Athletic Center in Lafayette. I think unquestionably Harrison would have been seated number 1 coming into this sectional tournament. They got a first round bye, and they took care of business beating Kokomo 49-31. As you talked about earlier, a very, very good basketball team that is going to await whoever wins this second game tomorrow night in the championship game.
Yeah, they were very impressive. I kind of had commented that they kind of looked like a volleyball team. They were just, kind of so athletic and tall. And they if you lined them up against a lot of these teams in the sectional, you might pick them by the eye test. But this Lady Berry squad, if they can get to that championship, they have a good chance to win, in my opinion. We've seen them quite a few times over the course of the year. And I think they've got great upperclassmen, and they can really pass the ball around. A lot of people, or a lot of the girls that played on Tuesday night, they were shooting lights out. Some of the bench players really stepped up.
Yep, Kellen Kripe off the bench had 7 points. Freshman Harrison Good had 8 points. Now, a lot of that was in the fourth quarter. when the game was already decided. But she gave them a great lift off the bench. And, of course, their go-to players, Gabby Ritchie, Lydia go leading the way. Gabby with 14 points, Lydia with 13. But I was really impressed with their unselfishness, as they were always looking for the open teammate, passing up the ball. And a lot of people got in the action, as you mentioned. Of the 11 players that took the court, 10 of them scored for the Lady Berries on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was just great to see. And, I know this game is probably going to be a little bit more competitive than that one ended up being. But I think the Lady Bears are going to come out and try to make a statement tonight by the end of the first half and try to get that good lead as they head out on the court right now.
Well, the boss, Alan James, he just texted us. There's a final from the Lewis Cass sectional in game number 1. It was North Miami over Winnemac, 49-31. So we've had 2 games so far tonight. Both have ended in 49-31 scores, Dave. So if you're a gambling man, maybe it's time for you to get a hold of your bookie and put 49-31 on this game. I'm not that I'm endorsing that, but
I'm not sure that the odds are with that, Joe. To tell you the truth, I mean,
wouldn't think so.
If you're a gambling man, you might bet on that and lose like you have been for several days. I would be shocked. In fact, I'll put $50 that it's not not 49-31.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about a gentleman's bet? I'm going to say it is for just
like a soda or something.
Just to be contrarian, I'll go with 49-31 as a gentleman's bet.
All right.
But yeah, good point. It probably won't end that, but that is pretty ironic that 2 of the games, because Alan texted us to score 49-31, and I said we had the same score. And he seriously? Yeah. And I took a picture of the scoreboard just to let him know that we were on the level.
There was an old Saturday Night Live skit that I kind of want to quote now as I predict the score. Berries 95, Lafayette Jeff 3.
Okay.
That's my final score.
All right. Well, with that will end the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. We will step aside for break. When we return, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip. This is the IHSA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on Indiana's bestradio.com.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
The Cass County Family YMCA salutes all student athletes in the IHSAA Girls High School Basketball State Tournament. The drive to push yourself physically and mentally. Our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. The YMCA is a fan listening to this game. Go, Lady Berries. The IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport and the 4A Sectional 7 at Lafayette Jeff, featuring the Logansport Lady Berries. The tip-off is next, and the play-by-play. Back to Lafayette Jeff High School. Here's Joe Stats and Dave Packard.
Thanks very much, Alan James. Welcome back to the Crawley Athletic Center. Lafayette Jeff High School, as the public address announcer is now announcing the entire roster for the Lafayette Jeff Lady Broncos. Easy for me to say. They are the road team tonight, Dave, in the red uniform. As we mentioned in the pregame show, 5'5" freshman Shaylee Barrett, averaging 8.9 points per game. Leading scorer for Lafayette Jeff. Ava Adriano, a 5'7" junior in the backcourt. Game for Lafayette Jeff in the backcourt. Up the forward, 5'6" senior Trinity Fields, Lafayette Jeff's second leading scorer on the season, 6.6 points per game. As we mentioned, Shaylee Barrett, and then rounding out the starting 5'10" senior Jenny Ortiz at 2.6 points per game for Lafayette Jeff. The Lady Broncos coached by Jenna Sullivan in her first season at Lafayette Jeff. As we mentioned, it was a tough first season for Coach Sullivan and the Lady Broncos, just 2-21. But they can take all those bad memories, Dave. So for the Logansport Lady Berries, 5'6" senior Gabby Ritchie, 5'6" junior Lydia Goad, 5'10" senior Kay Money Kendra Sutton, 5'6" senior Chloe Crook, and a 5'9" senior is Ryan Wiley, rounding up starting 5 for the Lady Berries of Logansport, coached by Chris Kiesling in his second season at the helm. And one thing we didn't talk about, Dave, the starters, we talked about all the great contributions they had off the bench. When you look at Kendra Sutton, Chloe Crook, and Ryan Wiley, who have been outstanding for the Lady Bears this season, they scored just 2 points each, yet the Logansport was able to win 55-17 comfortably. That just shows what kind of team effort Logansport had in that win on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing to have a little bit of depth on your bench, and Lady Berries personify that this year.
So we are ready to get things underway. It will be K-Money. Kendra Sutton jumping center for the Lady Berries against Trinity Fields. Logansport, the home team, in their white uniforms, tip controlled by Sutton to Wiley. Now for Lydia Goad. And it looks like the Lady Broncos opening up in a man-to-man defense. We'll see how Logansport chooses to attack this opening possession of this sectional 42 or sectional 7 semifinal. Ryan Wiley jump shot rims out. Kendra Sutton offensive rebound, reverse layup, and she puts it in.
K-Money with the first rebound and points.
So she's already matched her point output from Tuesday night on the first possession for the Lady Berries. Logansport 2, Lafayette Jeff nothing. Quickly into the front court now is Lafayette Jeff. Bird has it. Cross court now for Adriano for Barrett. Back to Ava. Adriana, Logansport in a 2-3 zone defense, now deflected by Crook, but Barrett's able to come up with the carom for Lafayette Jeff. They feed the high post to Adriano. Now between the circles for Barrett, for Bird. Lydia Goad comes out on hers. Logansport extends a little bit on that 2-3 zone defense. And now we're going to give a traveling violation on Jenny Ortiz. And Logansport matching up out of that 2-3 zone defense on that possession, Dave, creating a turnover.
Yeah, aggressive defense there by the Berries results in the turnover and Lady Bears ball. 1
minute gone by. Logansport 2, Lafayette Jeff nothing. The Lady Bears with their second offensive possession of the night, looking to build on this early 2-0 lead. Goad hands it off now to Chloe Crook. Crook tries to drive into the paint. She is cut off. Good defense that time for Barrett. Now for Gabby Ritchie, now to Kendra Sutton in the high post. Kendra backs her opponent down and gives it up now to Lydia Goad. Some pretty good defense being utilized by Lafayette Jeff on this possession. Sutton has it on the wing. Tries to penetrate, but nothing doing as Amani Bird stopped her penetration. Now to Ryan Wiley for Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie has an open three-pointer from the top of the key. Nothing but net for Gabby Ritchie.
What a great little kind of, she looked like she was going to drive, and then she just went ahead and shot that three from the top of the key. Beautiful shot.
Yep, that little jab step freed her. She had an open three, and she knocked it down. Good start for the Lady Bears. Logansport 5, Lafayette Jeff nothing. 6:10 to go in our first half. And now we're going to get a quick timeout called by Jenna Sullivan, whose team played pretty good defense in that possession, Dave, until a great offensive move from Gabby Ritchie gave her an open look. But she must have saw something she didn't like to get this quick timeout less than 2 minutes in.
Well, I'd say that Logansport's favorite in this game, and when you get down 5-0, you want to kind of push the brakes before anything gets out of control. But Lady Berries, you're absolutely right, Joe. The Lafayette Jeff team is really playing good defense, and you know we got lucky. Ryan Wiley, when she missed the shot, Kendra was there to pick up that rebound and put it in. And Gabby Ritchie, it's hard to stop her. You know, she's going to get her points, but you can't just focus on her because there's so many different players that can score that you can't do what you do to some guys in boys basketball where you concentrate on that one guy. But great start by the Berries countering this good defense.
So we'll see what Coach Sullivan and Lafayette Jeff came up with during that timeout. Again, Logansport in a 2-3 zone defense, and they're matching up out of that zone defense. Now Adriano for Trinity Fields. Fields dribbles into a double team and then dribbles out of it. Bounce pass for Amani Bird. For Adriano, back to Bird. Cross-court pass now for Barrett. Top of the key pass for Bird. Lafayette Jeff showing a lot of patience on this possession. Bird takes it into the paint, 8-foot jump shot, and she hits it.
And a heck of a move as she kind
yes,
of
it was.
And was able to get that two-pointer.
Yep, not an easy shot either. And Amani Bird gets Lafayette Jeff on the scoreboard. Logansport 5, Lafayette Jeff 2. Now Chloe Crook cuts to the basket. Now to Ryan Wiley. Between the circles for Lydia Goad. For Kendra Sutton, has it at the elbow. Sutton drives into the paint, but she is cut off. Needs to find an open teammate. Thought about the shot, fakes it. Now gives it to Chloe Crook out near midcourt. Lafayette Jeff with some very aggressive, good man-to-man defense, but now Kendra Sutton with a great take from hole, and it is taken away by Amani Bird. Great hands defensively from Lafayette Jeff. Quickly ahead of the Lady Broncos, and we're going to get a Logansport foul, and free throws coming for Lafayette Jeff. We'll check and see who the whistle is on. It is on Chloe Crook, her first. First on the team, comes at the 5:03 mark of quarter number 1. And Ava Adriano, 2.8 points per game for the 5'7" junior. Shooting a pair of free throws for Lafayette Jeff. First one's no good. She'll get one more. Logansport off to an early 5-2 lead, but Lafayette Jeff has played some pretty good defense so far here in the early going. A very aggressive man-to-man defense so far. Adriana misses both shots. Ryan Wiley has the rebound for Logansport. For Ritchie, quickly head on the Lady Berries. Chloe Crook. Sutton bounce pass for Wiley, who was in the corner. And then Ryan decided to go toward the middle. Kendra didn't realize it, and turnover goes out of bounds. Yeah. Lafayette Jeff gets it back.
I think she thought K-Money was going to shoot it, and she started to go for the rebound to get some position.
So Lafayette Jeff, very impressive defensively here in the early going. Logansport on top, 5-2, but the Lady Broncos hanging in here in the early going against Logansport. Now pass for Adriana, who wasn't looking, but fortunately she was able to save it for Lafayette Jeff. Now to Shaylee Barrett. She dribbles into a double team and has held it, a held ball situation. And the arrow gives it to Lafayette Jeff. As Barrett was headed back toward the defensive end, I was like, wait a minute, I think the arrow is Lafayette Jeff's.
Yeah.
And it was. So the Lady Broncos will inbound underneath their own basket. Monty Bird catches the inbounds pass. Good hands defense that time from Wiley to knock away, but Bird gets it right back. And Lafayette Jeff trying to get a little bit closer. Down 5-2 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in our first quarter. And Shaylee Barrett has it for Adriana. Back to Barrett. The leading scorer, Barrett, has not had a look yet in this contest. Bird tries to drive in. Nothing doing that time. So Logansport's 2-3 zone defense keeping him on the perimeter. And then they try to force it inside. And pass is deflected by Logansport. And the Lady Bears quickly into the front court. Gabby Ritchie, open three on the way. A little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound goes off of Lafayette Jeff. And Logansport will maintain possession with 3:49 to go here in the first. 5-2 Logansport.
You hold your breath. Gabby just kind of right in front of us, so we had a clear look. It looked good. Just didn't go down. But once she gets hot, it's going to be hard to stop.
Goad on the inbounds pass. Tried to get it to Ritchie. Now finds Ritchie in the corner for Lydia Goad, who is wide open on the baseline, and she hits it.
And great quick decision by Lydia. She realized she was wide open by the goal and just went ahead and took it herself.
A little bit of a breakdown defensive that time for Jeff to give up the wide open look. Lydia with her first points. Lady Bears extend to a 7-2 lead. 3:33 to go. First quarter. Now Barrett has it on the left elbow. And Logansport doing a nice job matching up out of this 2-3 zone defense, making life very difficult on the perimeter for Lafayette Jeff, and their defense is not allowing anything inside. Just as we say that, they get it inside. Shot by Fields is off the mark, no good. Wiley has the rebound for Logansport. For Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie into the front court. For Kendra Sutton, has an open path on the baseline. She puts it up and puts it in.
And what a textbook move as she head fakes just inside the three-point line, dribbles in, and just takes the baseline jumper, nothing but net.
Good start for K-Money with 4 points. Logansport 9, Lafayette Jeff 2, 2:55 to play in our first quarter. The Lady Broncos with the basketball. Three-pointer from the top of the key. Substitution for the Lady Broncos. Dania Johnson in for the first time. She'll replace Jenny Ortiz. Kendra Sutton leading the way for Logansport with 4 points so far tonight. Gabby Ritchie with 3. And Lydia Goad has 2 for Lafayette Jeff. Amani Bird, their only points on the field goal. 9-2 Logansport on top. 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. And again, Lafayette Jeff showing a lot of patience, trying to beat this 2-3 zone defense. Now Adriana into the paint, and we're going to get a blocking foul, I believe. As Kendra Sutton was just a little bit late as she tried to draw the charge.
Yeah, pretty good position, really. She was there for a while.
Her first, team foul number 2 on Logansport. And inbound of the basketball will be Trinity Fields underneath the Lafayette Jeff basket. Now to Shaylee Barrett. Barrett into the paint. Little teardrop off the high glass. Actually puts it in.
Wow, great move. These players getting low and getting around buried defenders.
And that was well done by the freshman. She's on the scoreboard with her first points. Logansport 9, Lafayette Jeff 4. Gabby Ritchie being guarded closely by Barrett. And now we're going to get a foul on Barrett. And I know Coach Sullivan loves the aggressive defense, but can't afford to have her best player picking up fouls 40 feet away from the basket. For Barrett, her first on the team with 2:03 to go. First quarter. Logansport 9, Lafayette Jeff 4. The Lady Berries with the basketball. Ritchie for Ryan Wiley. Now for Lydia Goad. Had a look at a 3 from the top of the key, but decides against it. Now reverses the ball to Chloe Crook. Crook for Gabby Ritchie. Long 3 on the way for Ritchie. A little bit short. Battle for the rebound is deflected. It goes right to Lydia Goad. She's got an open 3 from the corner. Off the side of the backboard, no good. Ryan Wiley battles for the rebound off her fingertips, but Kendra Sutton tracks it down. So great work on the offensive glass for the Lady Berries as they get extra possessions here. And with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. And now Barrett picks the pocket of Lydia Goad. Barrett, one-on-one, will take it all the way. She puts it up. She puts it in. They're going to say the foul was before the shot. And the whistle did blow clearly before the shot went off as Lydia Goad shoved Barrett in the back. And picks up the personal, her third on the team.
Yeah, you would think she would have went a little bit more for the ball if it was an actual shooting foul, but smart move to stop that layup and try to get back into the defense.
So the Lady Broncos showing no fear here in the early going. Playing on their home court, giving Logansport all they want here in the early going. Lady Bears on top 9-4. Lafayette Jeff has the basketball. Barrett to the goal, has it partially blocked. Adriano has the rebound for Jeff. For Barrett. Barrett loses control of the basketball. Gabby Ritchie comes up with it. And we're going to get a foul if that's Barrett. That could well be her second personal foul, and that is a huge call here at the late stages of this first quarter, and that is the call. And that's what makes that first foul so egregious, Dave. You've got to be smart. And now she's going to have to go to the bench with 2 personal fouls. As well as Lafayette Jeff has played, now their best players on the bench with 2 personal fouls.
Yeah, that's tough when you kind of have maybe a short bench, or you have those main leading scorers. You don't want them out of the game.
So Logansport with the basketball. Chloe Crook thought about an open 3-point shot, passes on it. Now hands off to Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie, nice pass inside for Kendra Sutton. Sutton is double teamed. Good spin move by Sutton. And she goes to the basket, gets fouled, but 2 free throws coming for Kay Money, who has been very aggressive here in the early going, looking for her shot here tonight. Foul is on Dania Johnson, her first, third on the team, with 58.7 seconds to play. First quarter, Logansport up 9-4, and Kendra Sutton to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Sutton already with 4 points tonight. Make it 5 as she gets a kind roll off the front rim. So Bears been shooting some good free throws. Is now 2 out of 2 for the Lady Berries. They extend to a 7-point lead, 11-4 with 58.7 seconds to go. Now Lydia Goat steals the inbounds pass for Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie with a nice pass to Ryan Wiley. Shot off the high glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. And she hands to Amani Bird, and Bird into the front court for Lafayette Jeff. And Fields draws the foul. We'll check and see who the Logansport foul is on. It's on Ryan Wiley, her first. 4th on the team. So 4 team fouls for the Lady Bears on 4 different players. So nobody with more than 1 foul right now for Logansport. Shaylee Barrett with 2 personal fouls on the bench for Lafayette Jeff. And the Broncos will inbound underneath their own basket. Adriano for Dania Johnson. Johnson for Adriano. That was a tough catch by Adriano. That was a bullet pass. Now shot off the glass is good by Ortiz.
And Lafayette just fired up.
They're playing a very good basketball game so far here tonight, Dave. Coach Keeson said that this was not going to be an easy one, and so far he has been prophetic. 11-6, Logansport on top. 20 seconds to go. The Lady Bears may hold for the final shot of our first quarter, as this man-to-man defense has not given Logansport an awful lot of good open looks here. At the offensive end, Chloe Crook has it between the circles. 10 seconds to go for Ryan Wiley. Wiley for Gabby Ritchie. 3-pointer on the way is a little bit short. I don't know if it was partially blocked. It was not. But a good closeout that time from Fields to contest that shot. 2.7 seconds to go. So Jeff will have to hurry, but they should have time to get one shot off before the IndianasBestRadio.com.
The Cass County Family YMCA salutes all student athletes in the IHSAA Girls High School Basketball State Tournament. The drive to push yourself physically and mentally. Our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. The YMCA is a fan listening to this game. Go, Lady Berries.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
The Logansport Lady Berries playing in the IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport. Back to Lafayette Jeff. Here's Joe and Dave.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to the Crawley Athletic Center. Girls High School basketball on AM 1230, FM 94.9, WSAL, Logansport. Lydia Go, 3-pointer, nothing but net for Lydia Go. So Logansport starts off the second quarter with a made 3-point field goal. They extend to their largest lead of the night, 14-6, with 7:40 to go. Now some full court pressure by the Lady Bears, and Kendra Sutton knocks it out of bounds. And we welcome Hunter Simpson to the airways. We were told by our very own Matthew Paul that at 8 o'clock, Hunter will be taking over. And you know, Hunter never misses a deadline, so I'm sure that she's at that under control. So welcome, Hunter. It's good to have you aboard. And thank you, Matty Paul, for helping us out. Lafayette Jeff with the basketball. Ortiz off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. Gabby Ritchie with some nice position that time to get the rebound. And she looks to push it into the front court. The Lady Bears trying to get up by double digits for the first time tonight. Lydia Goad thought about an open three-point shot. Now to Chloe Kirk near midcourt. And Lafayette Jeff looks like they have switched to a 2-3 zone defense. They were man-to-man exclusively in that first quarter. Crook with an open three-pointer, passes on it. Now for Lydia Goad, bullet pass on the baseline to Kendra Sutton. Shot is on the way. Off the mark, no good. Trinity Fields has the rebound. And we're going to get a foul on Logansport, I believe. As Ryan Wiley was going for the rebound, she commits the personal foul, her second, fifth on the team.
Pretty good shot by Kendra on the baseline there. As she was just barely short, just a little bit more oomph, and it would have rolled over, the rim.
Well, she's been very aggressive looking for her shot here in the early going. Kellen Cripe, who was very impressive on Tuesday night to the scorer's table. She will check in at the next dead ball for the Lady Berries. Now we're going to get a traveling violation on AVA Gerano, who had a wide open teammate. Couldn't wait to get the ball to Johnson, but she, in her aim to get the pass to her, she slid that pivot foot. Turnover gives it back to the Lady Berries.
We've been doing a lot of traveling, Joe.
Yes, we have. And Ryan Wiley with that second person foul goes to the bench. Kellen Cripe replaces her, so the first substitution of the night for the Lady Berries. Lafayette Jeff now looks like a 3-2 zone defense. So they're giving the Logansport some different looks here in this second quarter. Gabby Ritchie strong to the goal with the left hand, no good. Kendra Sutton, offensive rebound, turnaround shot off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Trinity Fields for Lafayette Jeff. Fields is double teamed and travels. That was good defense that time. And there's that gal again, Dave. Kellen Cripe, who was all over the court defensively Tuesday night, picking up where she left off, already making her presence felt on the defensive end.
Absolutely. Super sixth girl on the bench.
Yep. Kendra Sutton has the pass. Out for Cripe. Now to Chloe Crook. Crook fakes the three-point shot. Now Lydia Goad has the top of the key for Kellen Cripe. Back to Lydia Goad out near midcourt for Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie with a nice jab step into the paint. For Lydia Goad on the far side across the way. She has a long three-pointer, a little bit short. Battle for the rebound. Chloe Crook deflected it, but Dania Johnson comes up with it for Lafayette Jeff. And Lafayette Jeff brings it into the front court. Adriana, cross-court pass for Trinity Fields. We'll see how long Coach Sullivan keeps her star Shaylee Barrett on the bench with those two personal fouls. I think as long as Lafayette Jeff stays within striking distance, she'll be content to keep her on the bench to keep her from getting that third foul before the half comes to an end. 5:36 to go, second quarter. Lafayette Jeff down 14-6. The Lady Broncos with the basketball. We're going to get a foul on Logansport. We'll check and see who it is. It's on K-Money, Kendra Sutton. That is her second. So she's the second Lady Berry with two personal fouls, joining Ryan Wiley. Shaylee Barrett, the only Lafayette Jeff Bronco, with two fouls here in the early going of this second quarter. Now Bird has the ball deflected to Kellen Cripe again with those active hands defensively creating the steal. For Gabby Ritchie, quickly head now for Chloe Crook. For Lydia Goad, and a nice find. Kendra Sutton off the mark, no good. A great find, Kendra, everything but the finish. Lafayette Jeff with the defensive rebound. Adriano, cross-court pass for Trinity Fields. Now to Bird for Adriano. Adriano fakes the three-point shot. Now into the paint, and we're going to get a foul on Logansport, I believe. As Amani Bird penetrated that zone defense and draws the foul. Lydia Goad with the personal foul. That is her second foul. So fouls starting to pile up for Logansport. And Daisy Jones will come to the scorer's table. She will check in. As Lafayette Jeff is now in the bonus. Logansport with 17 fouls. Jones in for Kendra Sutton. So Sutton and Wiley on the bench with two personal fouls for the Lady Berries. Into the free throw line. It's 5'4" sophomore Amani Bird with a 1-and-1. She hits the first free throw to get the bonus. Lafayette Jeff with their first made free throw of the night. They are now 1 out of 3. Logansport 14, Lafayette Jeff 7. Just over 5 minutes to play, second quarter. Second free throw from Bird. A little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound. Pulled down by Lafayette Jeff. And Ortiz off the glass with the shot.
Oh, boy. If you're Lafayette Jeff, this is what you want to do. You want to hang around with this high-powered Berry squad and try to be in it at the end.
14-9 is the Logansport lead. They're up 5. They have the basketball. 2-3 zone defense by Lafayette Jeff. Goad for Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie penetrates the zone. A little teardrop. Gets a kind roll off the rim for her second field goal of the night. Ritchie now with 5 points. And the Berries back up by 7, 16-9. And now some full court pressure being utilized by the Lady Berries. Breaking it nicely is Bird for Ortiz. Pass is tracked down. It was an errant pass, but Adriano comes up with it for Johnson. For Fields. Fields a little bit out of control. Second quarter, the win of this game to take on Harrison DeMock Center here at Lafayette Jeff High School. Crook for Gabby Ritchie. And now Lafayette Jeff in a man-to-man defense. So Coach Sullivan mixing up her defenses here in this second quarter, giving Logansport a different look pretty much every possession. Chloe Crook has it in front of the Lafayette Jeff bench. Bounce pass for Kellen Kripe in the corner. Kripe gets a screen. Now pass to Daisy Jones. Has to go right through her hands, out of bounds, and it goes off of Jones. And Daisy, I think, was ready to shoot that and then put it in the basket, but before she caught it, unfortunately, turnover gives it back to Lafayette Jeff. It's been a very low-scoring game. Both teams defensively have played well. Here in the Oregonian, we're going to get another traveling call on Lafayette Jeff. Amani Bird guilty of that violation.
I saw Monty Bird chasing Lydia Goat around when Berries were on offense, and that's tough to do. Lydia moves around the court pretty well.
Oh, yeah. And now Bird has the assignment on Gabby Ritchie, at least for now, on this possession. Goat has an open three-pointer from the corner, and she drills it. Second from downtown for Lydia Goat. She has 8. And Logansport, for the first time tonight, has a double-digit lead, 19-9, with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play in our first half. Now Bird for Johnson. For Adriano. Adriano a little bit out of control. Shot off the mark, no good. Gabby Ritchie has the rebound, and Logansport has numbers. Chloe Crook with a pull-up jump shot on the way. Off the mark, no good. Rebound goes off of...
You have a player down, but right back up.
So it goes off of Logansport. It looked like it may have gone off Lafayette Jeff, and Coach Kiesling is asking the same thing. It certainly looked like it went off of Lafayette Jeff. But no complaints from Gabby Ritchie. She was closest to it, so she must have deflected it. So the Lady Broncos get it. Following the missed shot, 19-9. Logansport on top. Lafayette Jeff with a chance to get it into single digits on this possession. There's Amani Bird dribbling between the circles. For Shaylee Baird, who checked back in with those 2 personal fouls. Coach Sullivan trusting her star freshman to avoid picking up that third before the quarter comes to an end. Inside now to Dania Johnson.
Nice double.
For Barrett is intercepted by Chloe Crook, and the loose ball is tracked down by Kellen Kripe. And the Lady Berries back on the attack offensively. Lydia Goad, double teamed in the corner, finds Daisy Jones at the elbow for Kellen Kripe. Good extra pass to Chloe Crook. Open 3 from the corner for Crook. Off the heel, no good. Lydia Goad high in the air to get the rebound. Found Crook inside, but it's deflected out of bounds by Lafayette Jeff. The Lady Broncos knock it out of bounds. Logansport will keep it with 2:12 to go, up 19-9.
The Berries don't want to save too much of their good offensive shooting for tomorrow.
Ritchie with a three-pointer, and she knocks it down.
Looks good every time she lets it go.
Ritchie with her second from downtown. She has 8 points, and that's going to result in a quick timeout by Coach Sullivan. As she is pleading with her team. She said, guys, we told you in the scouting report, Goad and Ritchie can shoot. Why are you leaving them wide open? Miss Gabby had a great look, and she's not going to miss too many of those.
No, it's dangerous to leave either of those 2 open. And, Lydia runs around like she's Reggie Miller trying to rub off of all the different screens, trying to get open. But Gabby Ritchie always finds her spot. And if you're not right up on her, you need to be right up in her face. It doesn't matter if you're a foot or 2 in front of her, because she will shoot over you and she will make the shot. But also Gabby Ritchie on the way to the hole earlier, she put some major English on a shot on a kind of mid paint jumper. And she's playing very well tonight. But a lot of Lady Berries seeing some balls not go in that normally go in.
Well, if you had Reggie Miller on your bingo card for Packard's Pearls, that's 2 nights in a row. You had a Jacob Taylor, Reggie Miller last night, and now Gabby Ritchie, or Lydia Go, Reggie Miller tonight.
Did I say Reggie Miller on the air?
I believe you did. Shot off the high glass is good, so great call out of the timeout by Lafayette Jeff as Amani Bird comes up with a field goal. 22-11 is the Logansport lead with 1:45 to play in our second quarter. And Lafayette Jeff now switching to now on the man-to-man defense. They were in the zone defense, but once Logansport was holding the ball, Coach Sullivan said, let's go man, and chase the Lady Berries around. Gabby Ritchie drives into the paint for Chloe Crook. Crook drives down the baseline. Pass is deflected. Good hands defensively that time. Well done by Amani Bird. Very athletic guard for this Lafayette Jeff team. And that pass is deflected out of bounds by Kellen Kripe. The Lady Broncos will maintain possession. We got some substitutions. Liliana Herring in for the first time, and Ava Adriano back in And Shaylee Barrett with those 2 personal fouls. That's a good move by Coach Sullivan to get Barrett on the bench for those 2 fouls. Keep her from picking up that third before the quarter comes to an end. Logansport 22, Lafayette Jeff 11. The Lady Broncos with the basketball. Adriano has it for Bird. Bird puts the shot up off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound tracked down by Adriano. To Herring just in the lineup. Shot is off in the way, no good. Offensive rebound and put in by Dania Johnson.
Wow, a lot of second shot opportunities there, and one went down.
This has been a very gutsy performance by this Lafayette Jeff team. They're hanging with the Lady Berries. Logansport 22, Lafayette Jeff 13. Coach Keaton told us it was going to be a competitive game, and he has been spot on so far. But Logansport does have a 9-point lead and the basketball. Chance to get it back to double digits on this possession. Now Lydia Goad, step back 3 on the way. Hey, she hits another one.
Step back. That was a beauty.
Third from downtown for Lydia Goad. She has 11. Logansport has their largest lead of the night at 25-13, and now some full court pressure results in a turnover. Chloe Crook has an open path to the basket. Off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound, tracked down in the corner by Dania Johnson. 20 seconds to play. Johnson into the front court, has it deflected by Chloe Crook. Lafayette Jeff's going to have to worry about a 10-second call, and that is the call. I don't think Lafayette Jeff was aware that 10-second clock was moving. So backcourt violation. Gets the ball back to Logansport as Amani Bird to the bench. Coach Sullivan did not like the way she handled that backcourt situation, so Lady Berries can hold for the final shot of the second quarter. Gabby Ritchie takes it strong to the goal, a little bit too strong. Offensive rebound to Daisy Jones for Chloe Crook. Shot on the way for Crook is in and out and back in again. And the quarter comes to an end. Our halftime score, it is Logansport 27, Lafayette Jeff 13. This is the IHSA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAO with live streaming on Indiana'sBestRadio.com.
You Know Pizza and Sandwich Shop in downtown Logansport is honored to serve and support the Lady Berries basketball team and its fans. You Know not only has the best food in town, but is now offering family fun activities such as an escape room and a golf simulator. You Know has delivery, carry out, and dine-in. Call today for more information. 574-722-5300. Go Lady Berries.
Logansport Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our community and local sports. Logansport Savings Bank recognizes the importance that sports play in the development of young student athletes to become the leaders of tomorrow. Logansport Savings Bank is leading the way. 574-722-3855 or online at logansportsavings.com.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
The IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament and the 4A Sectional 7 at Lafayette Jeff. You're listening to AM 1230 and FM 94.9. WSAL Logansport. It's time for the halftime show. We go back to Lafayette Jeff High School. Here's Joe Stats and Dave Packard.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome to the Crawley Athletic Center. Halftime, Logansport 27, Lafayette Jeff 13. Leading the way for the Lady Berries, Lydia Goad. She had 11 points. Gabby Ritchie with 8. Kendra Sutton had 6. And Chloe Crook, only 2 points, but a dramatic 2 points as she hit the shot at the buzzer to give Logansport their largest lead of the night at 14.
Yeah, the Berries slowly but surely gaining this lead. Some people thought that the Berries may break out to a big lead early, but the Lafayette Jeff Broncos have just been incredible in their defense and their aggressiveness. They've really shown the Lady Berries that they came to play. And, Logansport missed some shots that they normally make. They haven't been quite as on fire as they were the other
points. Jenny Ortiz with 4. Dania Johnson off the bench with 2, and Shaylee Barrett, their leading scorer in the season, with just 2 points.
The Logansport probably put in, maybe if I were to grade it as a teacher, maybe a B+ performance when they're used to kind of having that A performance. But I think that in the second half they could bring that and see what they can do to extend this lead.
All right, still plenty more to come here on the Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine halftime show. Halftime score: Logansport 27, Lafayette Jeff 13. This is the IHSAA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAL, with live streaming on Indiana'sBestRadio.com.
The Cass County Family YMCA salutes all student athletes in the IHSAA Girls High School Basketball State Tournament. The drive to push yourself physically and mentally. Our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. The YMCA is a fan listening to this game. Go, Lady Berries.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
The Logansport Lady Berries on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL. The halftime show continues. Back to Lafayette Jeff High School. Here's Joe and Dave.
All right, Alan James, thank you very much. And Hunter, not just Joe and Dave, and Hunter's been here since 7:40. We were told 8 o'clock. Hunter, we're sorry, but you didn't tell us you were here at 7:40. We were told you were here at 8. Our apologies.
You know, I wonder how many people in the arena see you doing air guitar during our break.
I do have a face for radio. I do have a face for radio, so probably not too many people are looking at me.
I wonder how many people are just like, what is that guy doing over there? But you play a mean air guitar when we come back.
Well, the Logansport Lady Bears coach Keesling didn't keep them in the locker room very long. They were in there about 4 minutes. I think what you talked about in that previous segment, Dave, they know what they've got to do. They started to get the upper hand a little bit toward the end of that second quarter, and no need to belabor the point. Just get back out there and do what we were doing in that first half.
Well, Lady Berries all year long, as we watched them, and even last year when we saw them, they play great. I mean, no matter what, they play great. Right now, they're getting some shots up. That's really the only thing that they're really missing in that first half is shots weren't going down, because they will find the open girl. They'll keep passing it around. They believe that everybody can shoot it well. So, you know, a basketball team that just looks for the open shot and is able to do that because everybody can score, usually wins some ball games.
All right, time for another break. Once again, our halftime score. Logansport 27, Lafayette Jeff 13. We will step aside for a break. This is the IHSCA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
You Know Pizza and Sandwich Shop in downtown Logansport is honored to serve and support the Lady Berries basketball team and its fans. You Know not only has the best food in town, but is now offering family fun activities such as an escape room and a golf simulator. You Know has delivery, carry out, and dine-in. Call today for more information. 574-722-5300. Go Lady Berries.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
The Logansport Lady Berries on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL. The halftime show continues. Back to Lafayette Jeff High School. Here's Joe and Dave.
Welcome back to the Crawley Athletic Center. A little bit of headbangers ball bringing us back into out of that segment. Well done, Alan.
You stopped trying, Joe, because I look over and it looks like you're just itching the side of your leg. Now you had a real guitar out before, so you got to bring it now. You got to be the guy that does the air guitar.
Okay, well, reminiscent about the headbangers ball, I took me off my game just a little bit. So Lafayette Jeff, as we talked about, Logansport back out after only a couple minutes in the locker room. Lafayette Jeff still in the locker room. Coach Sullivan. She had a great game plan. Her squad executed defensively very well for maybe the first quarter and a half, quarter and three quarters. But the last couple minutes of that second quarter, Logansport flexed their muscles to take this 14-point lead.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, I don't know if they were, kind of like the Berries boys last night, if Lafayette Jeff was given 110% the whole time, if they'll wear down over time, but they were playing some darn good defense.
Yes, they were.
And so I know that they're going to come out and try to do that exact same thing. Maybe Coach Keesling has some keys to kind of break that defense, but Logansport was doing a pretty good job. They just needed to get some shooting going. And do we have a second for kind of useless knowledge and that kind of thing?
Quickly.
Because I just want to mention that I ate with a couple guys in the hospitality room. They had a hospitality room for us media, and you always kind of wonder who everybody is, and I didn't really ask anybody. But it turns out I was eating with two of our referees. 2 out of 3 of our referees were in there, and I thought, what team are these guys for? What newspaper? But So that they are fueled up and their minds is right because of the great hospitality here at Lafayette, Jeff.
All right, that will do it for our halftime show. Once again, our halftime score, Logansport 27, Lafayette Jeff 13. This is the IHSAA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on indianasbestradio.com.
Logansport Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our community and local sports. Logansport Savings Bank recognizes the importance that sports play in the development of young student athletes. Student athletes to become the leaders of tomorrow. Logansport Savings Bank is leading the way. 574-722-3855 or online at logansportsavings.com.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
That concludes the halftime show for Lady Berries basketball in the IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. The second half is about to begin. Lady Berries Girls Basketball on AM 1230 and FM 94.9. WSAL Logansport. We take you back to Lafayette Jeff High School. Here's Joe Stetz and Dave Packard.
Thank you very much, Alan James, as we return to the Crawley Athletic Center. Halftime is over, and Lafayette Jeff down 27-13. The Lady Broncos will have the basketball to start our third quarter. Both teams with their starting units back out there. We'll check and see what the Lafayette Jeff was able to do during halftime in the adjustment stage. Which defense is an awful lot through that first half. I would accept more of the same. Logansport pretty much exclusively in that 2-3 zone defense the entire first half. Lady Broncos with the basketball. Now Shaylee Barrett has it top of the key for Adriano. Now to Imani Bird, who will backpedal toward midcourt as Lafayette Jeff will reset. Lady Broncos with 6 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second. Logansport 11 in the first, 16 in the second. A lot of those came late in that second quarter, now losing the basketball out of bounds.
I didn't even see how it went out of bounds.
And Ryan Wiley didn't see it either. She has a perplexed look on her face, like, are you sure that I touched it? Because I don't think I did. And I'm not sure she didn't either. But unfortunately, there's the referee standing right there. So that went off of Ryan Wiley. So the Lady Bears will maintain possession. The Lady Broncos, beg your pardon, will maintain possession. Down 27-13. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to play. In our third quarter, the winner of this game will take on Harrison tomorrow night in the sectional championship game here at Lafayette. 7:30 start time in that one. Now we got a steal on the pass inside. Good hands defensive by Gabby Ritchie to come up with the steal for Lydia Goad. Goad bounce pass for Ryan Wiley for Kendra Sutton. Sutton with a good pump fake and has an open path to the basket. She lays it up and lays it in.
Oh, she is really good at the fake and getting to the basket.
Kendra Sutton been very aggressive. 8 points here so far tonight for the Lady Berries. And they extend to their largest lead of the night, 29-13, 6:45 to play. In our third quarter, again, Lafayette Jeff showing a lot of patience on the offensive end. Want to make sure they get a good shot every time. And now here's a pass too tall for Trinity Fields out of bounds. Turnover gets the ball back to Logansport.
That is tough when you're trying to kind of dig yourself out of the hole to have this kind of momentum happen.
And you get the sense that some doubt starting to creep into Lafayette Jeff after that strong start. Lafayette, or the Lady Bears, really flexing their muscles to build this 16-point lead, and they have the basketball and a chance to get even more. And now Shaylee Barrett with an unnecessary foul way away from the basket. That's her second foul, about 40 feet away from the basket, Dave, out of her 3 personal fouls. 2 unnecessary ones. And this has really hurt Lafayette Jeff tonight.
Well, the Lady Bears are just such smart basketball players, and they know how to draw fouls, and that is very frustrating to a team that's on their heels.
Ritchie will step into a long 3-point shot off the mark, no good. Bird has the rebound for the Lady Broncos. 1-on-3, she'll take it all the way and puts it in with the left hand. Nicely done.
The bank is open.
By Imani Bird, just a sophomore, so they've got some young talent on this Lafayette Jeff squad. Bird with 7 points. Logansport 29. Lafayette Jeff 15. Now Chloe Crook had an open look at a 3-point shot. Gets it inside to Kendra Sutton with a good extra pass to Ryan Wiley, who hits the jump shot.
And that's dangerous for Lafayette Jeff. Ryan Wiley getting into the action.
So Kendra Sutton has been very impressive here so far tonight with 8 points and good defense. And now a gorgeous assist that time to Ryan Wiley for her first field goal. Logansport 31, Lafayette Jeff 15, 5:35 to go. Third quarter in this Sectional 7 semifinal, Crawley Athletic Center in Lafayette. Adriano has it between the circles. This Lady Bears doing a good job extending and matching up out of this 2-3 zone defense, making life very difficult on the perimeter for Lafayette Jeff. They do get it inside now for Ortiz. A shot off the glass, no good. And K Money high into the air to get that rebound for the Lady Berries. She gives it to Gabby Ritchie, and Logansport looks to build on this 16-point lead. Ritchie passes deflected, but Kendra Sutton's able to track it down. Now for Ritchie. Ritchie with a pump fake into the paint. Finds Kendra Sutton. And Sutton had an open look, but passes on it. Now Ritchie won't turn down an open three-point shot. Just a little bit short. Rebound pulled down by Trinity Fields for Lafayette Jeff. Fields into the front court. Now for Amani Bird. We'll see what Lafayette Jeff can come up with on this possession. Down 31-15, 4:44 to go here in the third quarter. Adriano drives down the baseline, but cut off by Lydia Goad. Now for Bird, nice. She loses control of the basketball. Ryan Wiley comes up with it for Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie looks to push, has Lydia Goad, who has an open path to the basket. Goad puts it up, no good. But she does draw the foul, and 2 free throws coming for the Lady Berries. Fouls on Lafayette Jeffs. Trinity Fields, her first, second on the team. But in the active shooting, it's 2 free throws for Lydia Goad, 5'6" junior, with 11 points in that first half, 9 of them coming in the second quarter. She really caught fire from downtown. She hits the free throw, now has a dozen. Brianna Oriana into the lineup for the first time tonight for Lafayette Jeff, replacing Amani Bird. 1 more free throw coming for Lydia Goad. She calmly makes both free throws. Lydia leading the Berries now with 13 points on the night. And Logansport has their largest lead of the night, 33-15, with 4:25 to go. Kellen Kripe to the scorer's table. She'll check in at the next dead ball for the Lady Berries. Now Oriana in the lineup for the first time for Fields. Takes it strong to the goal, and she puts it in.
Great looking shot there by Fields on the drive.
Yep, good take for Fields. Her first field goal. 33-17, Logansport quickly back at the Lady Berries. And Ryan Wiley hits a baseline jump shot.
And the Broncos fall asleep on defense after a big shot. You can't do that.
A couple of quick field goals here in the quarter for Wiley. She now has 4. Logansport has matched their largest lead of the night at 18, 35-17, as we're inside of 4 minutes to go. Third quarter, now we're going to get a traveling violation, I believe, as that was great defense from Kendra Sutton. And she stood her ground, and Fields, in trying to go around her, took an extra step. Traveling call gives it back to Logansport.
We were talking about Harrison earlier, looked really good in that first game. We saw them in the first half. Watching this Lady Berry squad, a little bit of an advantage for a team that you're about to play.
So here's Gabby Ritchie into the front court for Lydia Goad. Goad drives into the paint. The pass for Kellen Kripe is behind her, and Oriana comes up with a loose ball for Lafayette Jeff. As Barrett remains on the bench with 3 personal fouls for Lafayette Jeff. Adriana for Fields. Fields takes it into the paint, takes it strong to the goal. Off the glass, no good. Johnson has the rebound. Shot is partially blocked by Logansport. Lafayette Jeff will maintain possession. Amani Bird quickly into the lineup for Lafayette Jeff, replacing Ortiz. And Shaylee Barrett remains on the bench with those 3 personal fouls for Lafayette Jeff. We'll keep an eye on her to see when Coach Sullivan decides to bring her back. She has just not gotten into the flow with foul trouble. Now here's a shot off the inbounds pass off the mark by Bird, no good. Rebound caroms to Gabby Ritchie. Bullet pass ahead for Lydia Goad. 3-pointer in transition for Goad. A little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound. Kendra Sutton with a rebound in traffic for Kripe. Now for Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie takes it strong to the paint. She puts the shot off the glass. No good. Kendra Sutton, the offensive rebound. And she puts it in.
And this team just so solid fundamentally. It's really fun to watch.
Kendra Sutton with an outstanding game tonight for the Lady Berries. She has 10. Logansport up by 20. 37-17 with 2:45 to go. Shaylee Barrett to the scorer's table. She will check in at the next dead ball for Lafayette Jeff. And Lydia says, come on in now. I'll kick that ball to get you in, Barrett. Good play defensively there by Lydia Goad. Barrett in, replacing Oriana. Logansport has outscored Lafayette Jeff 10-4 here in this third quarter to extend to a 37-17 lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play. In our third quarter, 2-3 zone defense with Kripe and go to the top of that zone. Lafayette Jeff trying to get a good shot. And a near steal by Ryan Wiley. Now Fields with a 360 spin move. Shot off the mark, no good. And Gabby Ritchie does a nice job tracking down that rebound in the corner. Closely guarded by Dania Johnson. But Kripe gets it into the front court. Now they fall asleep, but she's got an open path to the basket, and she will draw the foul and get some free throws. So I think Gabby was looking to pass and found said, hey, I got a wide open path to the basket. I'm going to try and score.
She's too good, Joe. She's so good. It's so fun to watch.
Amani Bird picks up the personal foul, her first, third on the team. And Gabby Ritchie, 5'6" senior, to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws for the Lady Berries. Gabby had 8 points in that first half, looking for her first point of the second half, and the look on her face is incredulous, Davis. That one rimmed out. She was sure that was going in. Couldn't believe it missed.
I bet she thinks everything's going in.
If I was as good as her, I would think the same thing.
Yep.
She gets a kind roll off the front rim on that second free throw to split the pair. She has 9 points. Logansport extends to a 38-17 lead. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in our third quarter. The Lady Broncos whipping around the perimeter. Shaylee Barrett for Adriano. For Amani Bird. Bird on the wing. Takes it into the paint. Little pull-up jump shot. Is short. Battle for the rebound. Ryan Wiley deflected it, and Kendra Sutton secures the defensive rebound. Good work down low for the Lady Bears by Wiley and Sutton. For Gabby Ritchie, quickly in the front court. She got an open path to the basket. Lays it up a little bit too strong. Barrett has the rebound go off her fingertips, but she's able to track it down, but then she throws it away to Kripe. To Gabby Ritchie. Now to Lydia Goad between the circles. As Kellen is wide open in the corner, she's jumping up and down. Now she's going to cut to the basket and lay it in.
Great delivery and great shot.
Kellen Kripe's first field goal, and Logansport starting to pour it on now. 40-17 with 1:25 to go in our third quarter. As Lafayette Jeff will walk it into the front court. And near steal by Kellen Kripe, and another near steal. And now we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Kellen. Her first team foul, and that is the first team foul for Logansport. So they're playing great defense here in this third quarter, holding Lafayette Jeff to just 4 points, and did not commit a foul until just then. With 1:15 to play in our third quarter, Logansport on top 40-17. As Bird looking inside for Dania Johnson, gets it into Johnson. Turnaround jump shot is off the glass, no good. She gets her own miss, puts it up, no good. Battle for him, gets her own miss again, no good. And Gabby Ritchie with the rebound in traffic for Logansport. Now ahead for Ryan Wiley. Wiley gives it back to Ritchie. Ritchie fakes a three-point shot. Down on the baseline, pass inside for Kendra Sutton. Turnaround shot is partially blocked. Good defense by Lafayette Jeff. But Ryan Wiley tracks down the rebound. Gives it to Gabby Ritchie, who draws the foul, and more free throws coming for Logansport. And great hustle by the Lady Bears in that possession, Dave. Everyone hustling to get that free throw opportunity for Gabby Ritchie.
Yeah, Ryan Wiley, it looked like the Bears were going to lose the ball, and she went down the baseline and saved that ball. And now here's Gabby Ritchie at the free throw line.
Foul on Amani Bird, her second, fourth on the team, and 2 free throws coming for Gabby Ritchie. Free throw rims out, and another incredulous look, because she can't believe she's missed 2, let alone 1.
You got to think they're all going in.
So Gabby will get one more of this and can put her in double figures for the ball game. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Lafayette Jeff. The lead remains 23. Logansport 40, Lafayette Jeff 17. 35 seconds to play in our third quarter. Now Bird for Adriano. Inside now for Dania Johnson. Johnson back for Adriano. Good defense by the Lady Berries. We're going to get a timeout, I believe, called by Coach Sullivan. As that possession will start to fall apart for the Lady Broncos offensively. Coach Sullivan will take a timeout with 24.8 seconds to go and try and drop a play to get a bucket on this last possession of the third quarter for Lafayette Jeff.
Yeah, it's not totally out of reach, Joe, but it's going to be really hard against the Berries team that really never lets up. You never get that big, gap that some teams have where they have a big scoring drought or anything like that. So, I'm not looking ahead to Harrison quite yet. The Lady Bears well on their way to that sectional championship.
And their defense has been outstanding. Lafayette Jeff has taken the air out of the ball a little bit, trying to be patient. They've really struggled to put points on the scoreboard. Just 6 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second, and just 4 so far here in the third.
I mean, this Ladies Berry squad, I haven't been back in Logansport that long, but I feel like they're one of the best teams that I've seen in any sport that we've had. And it's just a real pleasure to follow them all the way on WSAL and online at IndianasBestRadio.com.
Well, this talent-laden senior class has been playing together for a long time, and they put it all together here, especially down the stretch here in this season, and a chance to get to the sectional championship game tomorrow night against a very good Harrison Ball Club. So we'll see what Coach Sullivan drew up for Lafayette Jeff during that timeout with 24.8 seconds to play. Third quarter. Logansport has outscored Lafayette Jeff 13-4 here in this third quarter.
Joe, let's play a game Mr. Make on this.
Okay. I'm going to say Lafayette Jeff makes it.
All right.
Coach Sullivan, I'm going to say, had a Had a good play designed, and they're going to come through for her.
I'm saying steal.
Adriano for Bird at the top of the key. Inside now for Fields. Puts the shot up, and she puts it in.
You got it, Joe. I can't believe it. I thought it was going to be a steal.
Trinity Fields with her second field goal. Both of them here in the quarter. 5 seconds to go. Still time for the Lady Bears. Long three-pointer from Gabby Ritchie. Off the side of the rim, no good. And that will do it for quarter number 3. It is Logansport 40, Lafayette Jeff 19. This is the IHSAA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
The Cass County Family YMCA salutes all student athletes in the IHSAA Girls High School Basketball State Tournament. The drive to push yourself physically and mentally. Our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. The YMCA is a fan listening to this game. Go, Lady Berries.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
The Logansport Lady Berries playing in the IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport. Back to Lafayette Jeff. Here's Joe and Dave.
Channel James here. It's Logansport 40, Lafayette Jeff 19. We have a score from Tri-County. Caston 30, North White 29 at the end of 3. So that one could come down to the wire. So thank you to Charlie for passing on that score. We'll give you a final as soon as we have it from Tri-County here. The Lady Bears up 21, and they have the basketball to start our fourth quarter. The starting 5 back out there for the Lady Bears. Chloe Cook. Now backdoor cut from Kendra Sutton. It goes off the leg of one of the Lafayette Jeff players, Trinity Fields. You get a held ball situation, and the arrow points toward Lafayette Jeff. So this is
Look how aggressive the Lady Bears were on the floor. I mean, they're right on the floor. They are locked in no matter what the lead.
So Lafayette Jeff will bring it across the timeline, as it is Amani Bird running the point. Nearly traveled, but she did a good job keeping that pivot foot secure on the floor. Now inside to Ortiz. Ortiz has it knocked away. Good hands defensively that time from Ryan Wiley, who's been very active, especially here in this second half. A couple of field goals, and she's making her presence felt on the defensive end for Logansport. She'll inbound the basketball. As Fields, the pass is intercepted. Nicely done by Gabby Ritchie. Ritchie quickly into the front court looking for somebody open. Can't find anyone open. Now she'll throw it in up the left hand, just off the mark. Kendra Sutton battles for the rebound. Pass is deflected by Lafayette Jeff out of bounds. Great hustle by Kendra Sutton, who has been possessed tonight. She has been all over the place. 10 points and getting the job done on the glass for the Lady Bears as well.
Yeah, that was a woman's rebound.
Yes, it was. Cook inside now for Kendra Sutton. Turnaround jump shot. She just leaves it short. Battle for the rebound. Tracked down by Trinity Fields. Fields for Bird. Bird picks up a dribble. Needs to find an open teammate. Adriano comes to catch that pass. Now inside for Fields. And a good defense once again by Kendra Sutton. Causes a traveling violation as Fields tried to drive. There was nowhere to go. Kendra Sutton stood her ground. And Fields travels, giving the ball back to Logansport. 6:45 to play. Fourth quarter. Logansport 40. Lafayette Jeff 19. The Lady Berries in excellent position to get to the final tomorrow night. Now Ryan Wiley baseline jumper actually hits another one.
Oh, that looked good.
Sure did. Wiley with 6 points, all of them here in the second half. Logansport extends to a 23-point lead, 42-19. 6.5 minutes to play. Fourth quarter. And Bird picks up her dribble. Liddy go all over her. Now for Adriano. Adriano into the paint. Kicks it out now. Three-pointer on the way. And nothing but that for Trinity Fields.
Boy, will that give them a spark.
I believe that is the first three-point field goal of the night for Lafayette Jeff. Brings them within 20. 42-22. Just over 6 minutes to play in our fourth quarter. And Chloe Crook takes it to the goal. Has the ball go off of her fingertips on the dribble. Battle for the loose ball. Lafayette Jeff has it. Bird, one-on-one, will take it right at Gabby Ritchie. And it goes off of Gabby Ritchie out of bounds as Ryan Wiley was trying to coax the official into giving the Lady Bears the basketball. And she had a wry smile on her face after he made the correct call. It's like she was trying to get away with it. Can't blame her. She's just trying to get an extra possession for her squad.
Boy, Gabby playing goalie there on that defense and nonchalantly played excellent defense.
5:50 to play. Logansport 42. Lafayette Jeff 22. The Lady Broncos with the basketball. I keep looking at my phone, Dave, on the Caston North White game. Coming right down to the wire. I'm hoping to get a final score that we can pass along here soon. That would be a big upset. Taking it strong to the goal is Barrett, off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound by Lafayette Jeff, and putting it in. It's Trinity Fields. And that three-pointer's definitely got her energized. She has 9 points, 42-24. Quickly into the front court are the Lady Berries. Sutton for Ryan Wiley. Wiley now for Lydia Goad. Goad on the baseline, double team, hands it off to Wiley. Baseline jumper on the way is short. Barrett has the rebound for Lafayette Jeff, and we're going to get a foul in the backcourt on Kendra Sutton. For Sutton, her third. Team foul number 3 on Logan Sport. Comes at the 5:11 mark. Kelvin Kripe in for Logan Sport, replacing Chloe Crook. Tania Johnson back in for Lafayette Jeff. So the Lady Broncos have outscored Logan Sport 5-2 here in this fourth quarter. And they're hanging around, down 18. They're going to have to pick up the pace, maybe offensively. Now Fields has an open baseline jumper, a little bit too strong. Kripe has the rebound. For the Lady Berries to Gabby Ritchie into the front court. Lafayette Jeff now man-to-man on this possession. Ritchie with a good crossover dribble, takes it strong to the goal, and she lays it in.
Beautiful take by Gabby Ritchie.
Yes, it was. That was contested, but she had a strong finish at the goal. She's in double figures now with 11. And Coach Sullivan with the timeout. She did not like the way that they defended on that possession, but sometimes you got to tip your hat to a great offensive play, and I thought that was what happened there with Ritchie with a great take to the goal.
Absolutely agree, Joe. And somebody better call Carol King because it's too late.
Okay.
Stetsy now. It's too late.
You're calling your shot.
Okay. I sure am. I don't know. I just don't know how many minutes until we, put some of our bench players in to get a little bit of sectional time. But, it's right on the border if there was a miracle coming from the other side. But Lady Berries, they're the team that we always see. Even when they're not shooting well, they play great defense. They figure it out, and they're playing a great game tonight. And we had that score bet at the beginning. I think the 49 was the top score on that. So you got 5 points here. They get over 5 points.
So 49-31 is still in the realm of possibility. In case you're just joining us, that was the score of the first game here. Kokomo losing to Harrison 49-31. At the sectional at Lewis Cass, North Miami beat Winnemac 49-31.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
The odds of that happening are infinitesimal. To have it happen 3 times. But hey, it's still in the realm of possibilities.
That's right. What do they call it? A parlay?
Yes.
You just keep going down the line?
That would be the ultimate parlay. So 44-24. Logan Sport on top. We'll see what Lafayette Jeff came up with during that timeout. And Shaylee Barrett for Adriano. Back to Barrett, top of the key. For Adriano, now into the lineup is Miliana Herring. Inside now to Trinity Fields. She takes it strong to the goal. Off the mark, no good. Ryan Wiley battles and takes the rebound away from Lafayette Jeff for Gabby Ritchie. And Logan Sport with numbers. Ritchie will take it all the way. And she lays it up and lays it in. Will never stop the basketball, and that's what a good player does. Just keep going until they stop you. Another field goal for Ritchie. She has 13. It is 46-24 Logan Sport as we approach 4 minutes to play. Fourth quarter. And barring a miracle comeback by Lafayette Jeff, the Lady Berries will be in the sectional championship game tomorrow night against a very good Harrison Ball Club. And now turnover gives the ball back to Logan Sport.
As much as I would like people to listen to us online or on the radio, Joe, you ought to come over to Lafayette because these two teams that are battling tomorrow night, Logan Sport's going to have their hands full. It's going to be very fun to watch. Very winnable game, though, for Logan Sport.
No question about it. And our chief meteorologist, Hunter Simpson, has said there will be no snow or no ice as it's going to be above freezing. So the road conditions will be ideal to make the drive to Lafayette tomorrow. Here's Gabby Ritchie. Again, she'll take it to the hole and again is fouled. And we'll go back to the free throw line. Ritchie has attacked the goal here in the last couple of possessions. The foul is on Fields, her second. 5th on the team and trying to get it. Come on, Charlie, give us an update on that Caston North White game. In case you joined us, Caston 30, North White 29 at the end of 3. Ritchie calmly makes the first free throw. She now has 14 points. Is that Caston with some revenge as North White knocked them out in the sectional championship game last year. North White, though, heavily hit by graduation losses. So on paper, the Caston figured to be the favorite in that one, but North White is giving them all they want. 47-24 here, the Logan Sport lead. Ritchie's free throw is off the mark. So Richie has missed a lot of free throws tonight. Very uncharacteristic of her, but you know what that means, Dave? That means she's got her misses out of the way.
That's right.
And she'll make them tomorrow night.
That's right.
Adriano has a pass intercepted to Kellen Kripe again with a great defensive play for the Lady Berries. For Gabby Ritchie.
It's like she wanted to shoot that.
Ritchie into the paint to Lydia Gold, and she puts it in. Great find from Ritchie. Great finish from Gold.
Gold puts up the binoculars to her face like, nice find.
That was a great pass from Gabby Ritchie. 49-24. Logansport on top. And checking in will be Harrison Good to the scores table for the Lady Bears. She had 8 points in that win Tuesday night against Marion. Now, Bird has it for Shaylee Barrett. Barrett takes the strong to the goal. We're going to get a blocking foul, I believe. And Daisy Jones with a look on her face says, "What did I do, ref? I'm standing here." She collides with me. And Daisy, I don't blame you. I think you were in great position.
Absolutely. Not only that, but the offensive ball handler just threw it up almost over the backboard. After that, she ran right into Daisy there in the paint.
Harrison Good in, replacing Gabby Ritchie. So Coach Giesen will give his star guard the rest of the night off and get her rested up for a game against Harrison tomorrow night. Here's a shot off the inbounds by Denia Johnson. No good. But she gives it to Fields, and Fields puts it in. Trinity Fields, you said it, Dave. Maybe that three will spark her. She has caught fire. 7 points here in the quarter, 11 for the game.
I think she's a senior, Joe, and she's showing some senior leadership. She's also a good rebounder.
Daisy Jones with a shot off the mark, no good. Lafayette Jeff could not secure the defensive rebound. It goes off of their fingertips out of bounds. Logansport will maintain possession. It's Kellen Kripe, Harrison Good, Daisy Jones, Lydia Goad, and Ryan Wiley. The 5 on the floor for the Lady Berries. Now Goad gets it off the inbounds pass. She'll take a 3 from the top of the key. Off the side of the rim, no good. It goes out of bounds. Wiley tries to save it, but it hit the inline. And Lafayette Jeff will get it back. Come on, Charlie.
You're addicted to scores. Robert Palmer saying, gonna have to face it, Joe.
And that would be, again, that's a Caston had designs on making a long tournament run, and that could be over before it started. That's
wild.
That is crazy. Here it's 49-26. Now 3-pointer on the way for Fields. That was all dead on, but just a little bit strong. Harrison Good has the rebound. It is deflected out of bounds by Denia Johnson. Fields unable to save it. 2:20. Logansport 49. Lafayette Jeff 26. The Lady Berries, wonder how much longer Wiley and Gold remain out there.
Yeah.
As there's a game to be played tomorrow night against a very good Harrison team. Now Kripe has an open 3-point shot. A little bit too strong. Long rebound tracked down by Bird. Bird, 14-foot pull-up jump shot off the glass. No good. Denia Johnson with the offensive rebound, and she is fouled by Kellen Kripe in the act of shooting, and a pair of free throws coming for Denia Johnson. 5'5" freshman, very athletic. You talked about Fields being a senior, but they've got some young, talented players on this Lafayette Jeff ball club, Dave. They could be a factor in the years to come.
Well, I don't think any Lafayette Jeff basketball, football team is going to be down for long.
Now Daisy Jones. For good is Rylan Spradley into the scores table. She will check in at the next dead ball. For the Lady Berries, here's Kellen Kripe. Finds Daisy Jones. Jones takes a strong to the goal and draws the foul. Some good sportsmanship that time from Trinity Fields. She was just trying to prevent the shot. A good hard foul. The foul's on Jenny Ortiz. Maybe that's why Fields was shaking her head and saying, "Yeah, I didn't commit the foul," but it certainly looked like she's the one who did it. Daisy Jones calmly makes the first free throw. Jones on the scoreboard.
There we go.
Spradling in, replacing Ryan Wiley. Eddie Gold remains out there for the time being. And I think that
there we go.
Coach Giesen was just waiting for us to say that is now.
Yeah, I was hoping
Talia McCray comes in.
I mean, not only do you give your starters rest, but the backups get some game time to get them fresh for tomorrow, because they might need them tomorrow. Harrison is just a solid, good team.
You never know, foul trouble could cause someone who might have to come in off the bench. So, yep, good point, Dave. 51-28, Logansport on top. And a cross-court pass. Inside now for Ortiz. Turnaround jump shot, no good. She does draw the foul. Daisy Jones picks up the personal. That is her second. Team foul number 5 on Logansport, but in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws coming. For Jenny Ortiz, 5'10" senior, who may be playing the last game of her basketball career. She hits the first free throw. She now has 5. Goldie Kitchell in for Logansport, replacing Kellen Kripe. So again, we saw Coach Giesen get all 11 players in on Tuesday night, doing the same thing here tonight.
Goldie Kitchell, former Mayor Dave Kitchell's daughter, but 5'11" and a freshman. Mm-hmm. And boy, once she gets her kind of shot down, she's going to be a great person for the Logansport Berries.
Good, gets the rebound off foul on the free throw miss. Good double team. Can't find anyone open. It is stolen by Trinity Fields. Fields, good find to Denia Johnson. Shot off the mark, no good. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Rylan Spradling. For Spradling, that will be her first personal foul, 6th on the team. And 2 free throws coming for Denia Johnson, who just made a pair for the Lafayette Jeff Broncos. 51-29, Logansport on top. Hitting the first one is Johnson. Johnson, just a freshman. So with Barrett and Bird and Johnson, you got some pieces to build here at Lafayette Jeff. Yep. Johnson makes both free throws. 6 points for her, all in the quarter. 51-31 with 1:25 to play. In our third quarter, Good with a nice find to McCray. She lays it in. Great pass from Good to McCray. Her first field goal. 53-31. Logansport on top. 1:14 to play. The Lady Berries will advance to the sectional championship game tomorrow night. I'll pull up jump shot on the baseline, and Amani Bird knocks it down. Bird now with 9 points. Looks like Coach Sullivan will get some reserves in for Lafayette Jeff as well.
Sydney Moffitt, freshman at the scores table.
Spradling into the front court for Goldie Kitchell. The players begging her to shoot. Good. Traveled.
I love when the starters are begging the
Goldie,
subs to shoot.
Yep. And Goldie looked over at the bench with a wry smile. She's like, okay, if I get an open look, I'll pull the trigger.
I tell you what, I mean, this is what this tells me, Joe, is just watching Ladies Berries, even just the last 2 nights. They have a bright future. Even their bench, you know, they just have such a great system by Coach Kiesling and his staff.
Lafayette Jeff down 20, 53-33. Long three-pointer from the top of the key is true from Amani Bird, who now has 12 points. 53-36. Logansport on top. Harrison Good into the front court. Good needs to find an open teammate. She does find Spradling. Spradling now for McCray, and near steal. By Huesca into the lineup for the first time tonight.
Surprised no foul there.
Yep. I think when there's 15 seconds to go and it's a 17-point game, they're going to let a lot of things go. And I don't disagree with that because there was some contact, but nothing egregious. The turnover goes off of Logansport out of bounds.
Well, I tell you what, that 49-21 wasn't, 31 wasn't so far off.
No, it was a lot closer, I think, than neither one of us thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
Into the front court now comes Lafayette Jeff. Bird for Ariana. Long three-pointer, and she knocks it down. Ava Adriana with her first point. And Lafayette Jeff is cheering as they have nothing to be ashamed about, Dave. A 2-win team gave Logansport all they wanted for about a quarter and a half, and they finished strong as well. Lost by 14. Make no mistake, Logansport knows they were in a battle too tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. Logansport had to play well, and they did as always, but give it up to these Lafayette Jeff Lady Broncos as they played a great game here tonight.
Our final score, Logansport 53, Lafayette Jeff 39. We will step aside for a break and wrap things up here for our postgame show. This is the IHSA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAO with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
Logansport Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our community and local sports. Logansport Savings Bank recognizes the importance that sports play in the development of young student athletes that become the leaders of tomorrow. Logansport Savings Bank is leading the way. 574-722-3855 or online at logansportsavings.com.
You know, Pizza and Sandwich Shop in downtown Logansport is honored to serve and support the Lady Berries basketball team and its fans. You know, not only has the best food in town, but is now offering family fun activities such as an escape room and a golf simulator. You know, has delivery, carry out, and dine-in. Call today for more information. 574-722-5300. Go Lady Berries.
AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport. It's time for the postgame of Lady Berries basketball. We go back to Lafayette Jeff. Here's Joe Setz and Dave Packard.
All right, Alan James, thank you very much. Welcome back to the Crawley Athletic Center here in Lafayette. And the Logansport Lady Berries victorious 53-39, leading the way. For Logansport, Lydia Goad had 15 points. Gabby Ritchie had 14. Kendra Sutton with 10. Ryan Wiley with 6. Kellen Kripe, Celia McRae, Chloe Crook with 2. And Daisy Jones had one. For Lafayette Jeff, 2 players in double figures. Amani Berg with 12. And Trinity Fields had 11. But Lafayette Jeff showed no quit, Dave. They outscored Logansport 20-13 in that fourth quarter. And they made Logansport sweat just a little bit toward the end, although the final outcome was never really in doubt once we got into that fourth quarter. But give Lafayette Jeff a lot of credit. A 2-win team, never quit, battled all the way to the final buzzer.
Yeah, and certainly we saw a 1-win team on Tuesday, and it was a much different story tonight. It was a very competitive game, and Lafayette Jeff came out here with a great game plan. The Berries are really good this year, and it was just a pleasure to watch. I know that the Lady Berries came out and they did kind of what they do. They may have missed a couple shots they normally hit, but they're just so smart, Joe. They do the right things. They're thinking 2 plays at a time instead of 1. They're always kind of ahead of the opponent, and that Harrison game tomorrow is going to be quite a dogfight.
Well, we have an update from Tri-County. North White and Caston are going to overtime, tied at 37. So what a game there. And our good friend Bo Wicker is passing along the score from Lewis Cass. Pioneer on top of Lewis Cass, 33-31 with 5.5 minutes to go. So a couple of barn burners on the Indiana Bus Radio, on the Iron Horse Broadcasting networks. And here tonight, the final score of 53-39, but quite a performance by Logansport. Lafayette Jeff with that switching defenses caused them a struggle just a little bit early on, but once they found their rhythm, they did a great job in closing out and getting a victory on their way to the sectional championship game tomorrow night.
Absolutely, and I just wanted to throw in, you mentioned Bo several words ago, Joe, but I got to give a shout-out to Bo, who, if you don't know it, he was a professional wrestler for a time. They called him the Bone Breaker.
Okay.
He had come deep from the dungeons of Germany. I don't know if anybody knew that, but that is a fact.
Okay.
So there you go.
The Bone Breaker. So there's
the Bone Breaker.
Okay, I wonder if Skylar Sigmund, who had his wrestling podcast, I wonder if he ever discussed the Bone Breaker on his wrestling podcast.
He should have. Yes, our good friend Skylar Sigmund, who went on to bigger and better things, and it's just so great, Joe, tomorrow night for a big one.
And there's Coach Kiesling is talking with Athletic Director Justin Gardner from Lafayette Jeff, and I think he's trying to get the layout of who's going to be. Where's our fans going to be sitting tomorrow night and getting all that stuff? So we'll try to get his.
We're on the air.
We'll try to get his.
Everybody always has to try to have a conversation with us while we're on the air. It's awkward.
So, I was hoping the coach would come and talk to us, but perhaps not. So I understand we've got to prepare for a very good Harrison team, and we'll see. We'll try and get his attention. He's literally 12 feet away from us.
He is.
But perhaps
I think he's climbing.
Okay, he's on his way. So
we will get him. I'm going to give him my headset. I love to get the coach the headset.
All right, so Coach Kiesling making his way to our broadcast location.
I'd like to give the headset up.
Yeah, there you go.
Well done, Coach.
So, Coach, very impressed with what Lafayette Jeff did. You told us Tuesday night this game was not going to be easy, and no. you were correct. That's a heck of a ball club that you beat tonight.
They're as far as this tournament field in terms of raw athleticism. Okay, they're probably the most athletic team in the field. So you just look at that side of it. So that means defensively, they can do some things defensively to try to, put the hurt on you a little bit. And they mixed it up pretty well and did some things there. And so I like, kind of what they did. But our kids reacted well and just kind of stayed with it and kind of plodded along and was methodical and that won the day. But good win for us. They only had 2 wins, but I knew coming in that we're on their home floor. They got the bye, fresh legs, all that good stuff, that it would still be a battle. And so it was, kind of what I anticipated it to be.
I'll tell you, a girl who really played well for you tonight was Kendra Sutton. She was very aggressive, looking for a shot in the early going, finished with 10 points. Who did a great job defensively as well for you tonight.
She does so much for us in the lane. For an undersized center, she rebounds so well, plays great defense. Does all those intangibles in addition to scoring points for us. And so she's also a good free throw shooter. And so that's very important where she plays that inside. And so, she just had a great game for us. a young lady everybody knows Gabby and knows that, she scores a lot of points for us and all that. A lot of times I don't bring her up so much because it's just understood that she kind of leads us that way. But tonight, kind of, as far as from the field and things, she struggled a little bit early as far as getting things, knocked down. Struggled a little bit at the foul line, but I told her, I said, what I really appreciated about her play tonight was her just getting the ball down the floor, really finding her teammates well. She kept the ball moving. She knew they were keying on her, and so those were some good things. Lydia Goat also had a good shooting night, especially the first half. She knocked down, I think, 3 threes and did a nice job there. Another girl that came in and just had a nice floor game for us was Kellen Kripe. We've got to have that out of her. We got to have good ball handling. She always gives us good defense, and she's got long arms and she's quick, and so she did some good things as well. So Ryan Wiley, she's very consistent for us. She's a baseline shooter. She knows her spot. She's patient. As soon as she gets open, she knocks it down. And then she also rebounds the ball as well. Her and Kendra kind of mainstays as far as rebounding goes. So just a nice solid game for everybody that was on the floor tonight. So,
and I've become a pretty big Lady Berry fan here in the last couple of years, just doing this job, and a fan of yours as coach. I love your calmness on the sidelines. You always seem like these guys got it, or whatnot, as you're giving them the tips. But can you speak to your girls' basketball IQ? Because I just think that they make smart plays all the time, that they know when to drive, when to stop, when to do different things. I was telling Joe, I think that they're always thinking about 2 plays and whether or not to do A or B instead of just doing A immediately.
Right.
And it's just really fun to watch.
They've really bought in, I think, to understanding that you got to share the ball and you got to really move the ball and you got to be a little bit patient. And when you're an undersized team like we are, you got 1 or 2 ways you can go. You can kind of maybe spread the floor, maybe be a little more patient, or you can just go all out and press and run as fast as you can and try to stay ahead of the bigger opponents. But we don't, to keep out of foul trouble and things like that, we like to spread the floor on offense, which eats up some time, but it also softens the defense up, and the girls are really bought into being patient, probing that defense, and understanding that when we spread the team out that we're playing, that sooner or later driving lanes and passing lanes open up. And so they really started, especially the second half of the season, really finding each other and understanding that.
They always talk about sporting teams as being a big family, and your team personifies that, I think, as they look like a bunch of sisters out there running around.
Yeah.
What's the secret sauce? Is it you guys go bowling every year? What is the fun? What is the fun element of what you guys do?
Obviously, they're all individuals, but I think they're girls that like to play the game. They like to be successful. When they step on that floor, they're doing everything they can, to win a ball game, I think. And so, whatever that takes. And so I think that's the big secret ingredient over the last few games, and certainly this year, that's really kind of come into play.
Well, tomorrow night, Harrison, you had a feeling that might be who you would face if you got to the final. And looking at the weather, it's going to be around 40 degrees, so perfect travel conditions. Hopefully we can get a whole bunch of people from Logansport to make the short drive to Lafayette tomorrow.
This will be our second year to be in a sectional championship. Another shot at it. We had to play a big, tall, and talented Northwestern team last year. This year it's the same kind of situation. We play a big, tall, talented Harrison team, but every team is a team it may be a challenge, but there's certainly ways to win the ball game, and that's what they need about basketball. There's so many different ways to win a game, and so I told the girls, I said, we certainly have the ability to go out here tomorrow night and get a W, and that's what we're going to do.
I just want to do real quick, Coach, because we're going to let you go here. But as the first half was kind of going on, I saw that Harrison team kind of across the way, and they're kind of scouting you out.
Oh, sure.
And does that make you nervous at all?
No.
That's what we would do if we were in the same situation.
I remember 30 years ago or so when I first started coaching, I was coaching the boys in at the varsity level, and I can remember seeing the coaches scout me out, and that made me a little bit, well, what should I be doing here? Should I be showing them everything or not? And so you play it one game at a time, and you got to worry about what's in front of you, and then you worry about the next game, and that's all you can do.
All right, Coach. Well, we don't want to keep you any longer. We want to let you get going. We know you're already starting to prepare for Harrison, so we will talk to you tomorrow night.
I apprecie that.
All right, Coach Chris Kiesling of the Logansport Lady Berries. We will step aside for a break. When we return, we will wrap things up. This is the IHSAA Girls Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
The Cass County Family YMCA
salutes all student athletes in the IHSAA Girls High School Basketball State Tournament. The drive to push yourself physically and mentally. Our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. The YMCA is a fan listening to this game. Go, Lady Berries.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
Logansport Savings Bank is a proud supporter of our community and local sports. Logansport Savings Bank recognizes the importance that sports play in the development of young student athletes. Student athletes to become the leaders of tomorrow. Logansport Savings Bank is leading the way. 574-722-3855 or online at logansportsavings.com.
You Know Pizza and Sandwich Shop in downtown Logansport is honored to serve and support the Lady Berries basketball team and its fans. You Know not only has the best food in town, but is now offering family fun activities such as an escape room and a golf simulator. You Know has delivery, carry out, and dine-in. Call today for more information. 574-722-5300. Go Lady Berries.
The post-game show continues. Here's Joe Stetz and Dave Packard.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to the Crawley Athletic Center. Final score, Logansport 53, Lafayette Jeff 39, and we have a stunner. Dave Packard in 1A. The Caston Lady Comets undefeated for much of the regular season. The prohibitive favorite to win that sectional. Upset in overtime to North White, 42-39. An unbelievable upset. That's the beauty of the sectional. Anybody can beat anybody at any time.
That's right. It is tournament time, Joe, and that's pretty awesome.
So that gives the Logansport needs to look no further than what happened at Tri-County tonight. We'll try to slay the giant of Lafayette Harrison. As Coach Keeson told us, a tall, talented, athletic team. But, hey, anything can happen. If Logansport will have to play at a high level, no question, but they're more than capable.
I tell you what, they have extra gears out the wazoo. So I believe that it's going to be a very competitive game, and I think that our girls can certainly win that championship.
No question about it. So that will do it. Once again, our final score. Logansport 53, Lafayette Jeff 39. Our next broadcast on AM 1230, FM 94.9, WSAL will be tomorrow night right here at the Crawley Athletic Center in Lafayette. The Sectional 7 Championship between Harrison and Logansport will be on the air with the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show at about 7:15. Tip set for 7:30 tomorrow night from the Crawley Athletic Center. Special thanks to Matthew Paul for starting us, and special thanks to Hunter Simpson for taking us home. So for Hunter and for Dave Packard, this is Joe Stetz wishing you a great basketball evening.
Thanks for listening to this broadcast of the IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament, the 4A Sectional 7 at Lafayette Jeff. Sponsored by the Mike Anderson Auto Group, Logansport Savings Bank, You Know Pizza and Sandwich Shop, and the Cass County Family YMCA. Let's take you back to the music on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport.
It's the music that baby boomers remember. America's best music. WSAL, AM 1230 and FM 94.9.